and welcome to our startup series, #Know Your Startup Ecosystem. Relationships in general are really interesting, and when it is in the entrepreneurial journey, it is always crucial. So today we have with us Ms. Salma Moosa, founder and managing director, Startups Club, who will be going deep dive into understanding how relationships are important in startups. So let's get it going.
Hey all, here we are again, and as we go ahead with these series, be excited, be ready, and keep coming back, because here is where you're going to get loads of information which you could go about and start executing immediately, and you'll see the results. You'll see the results happen, you'll see the impact, and you will see how you will become better every single time when you go start to implement things which you hear from us, from Startups Club, in these series. So today, as my team member, colleague just said, we're going to talk about relationships. Why relationships? Relationships are very crucial because relationships is what makes and breaks things in a company. It's about everything what you do to build a relationship with your customer, with your investors, with your co-founders, with your team, with anybody in the company. So let me take you through 5 very critical points which you require to keep in mind when you are looking at building strong relationships. The first and the most important thing is knowing the person. That's very crucial because we believe that anybody who comes along, you go for a lot of meetups. The moment you meet, exchange a visiting card, you believe you have to build a relationship with them. Not necessarily. It's the person who you want to meet with and build a relationship is where you have to invest in that relationship. It's good to know people. It's good to exchange cards. It's good to explore. Please don't take this in the wrong manner. Actually, building relationship, it's important that you know who you're building the relationship with. It's important that they know who you are. So know the person, understand them better. And today you are at a place where all you have to do is Google the name of the company or the startup, or just check them out on LinkedIn, Facebook, anywhere. Content and information is out there. All you would take is, take out your phones out, check out the profile, you know the person, make sure they know about you. But the moment you know them well, you will be very clear as a founder, as an entrepreneur, you'll be clear that do I have to invest in this? Do I have to put the time to go about this? And that's where your first effort comes in. So I'm going to take this another 30 seconds to tell you, how do you know about this person? The very first thing I told you, go and search it out. Second, when you meet with that person, when you exchange the card, if you feel that that person is in a rush, is in a hurry, is trying to brush you off, there is no point trying to force yourself onto that person to try to know them or to tell them who you are. There has to be an openness of knowing each other. If that person is ready to give you those 2 minutes to understand, to listen to you, and is ready to, give his or her information to you, that's the first step. So yes, knowing your person, knowing the person with whom you're going to invest your time, effort is very crucial. And then the second point, very crucial again. You know the person, you're comfortable, you're ready to talk, you're ready to spend some time, have a cup of coffee, but what would you do? What is the outcome? That's where the second point comes in. Have common goals. Please understand, as business owners, as founders, there would always be these very small but very crucial common goals which 2 people can have. It could be about meeting a specific segment people. It could be about pitching to investors. It could be about looking for the team members. It could be things like this, which is very common in both of you. Have your common goals straight, because every time when you try to reach out to build a relationship, if that person is not clear about what your goal is and their goal is, there's always a possibility, and it's human nature to say, it's okay, not today, let's catch up tomorrow. But if you have common goals, they would like to put in that time and effort. And that's where it becomes more easier and more productive for you to go about. So have your common goals. The next, and again the third one, please remember, credibility. Credibility is very important. We come from, in fact, especially in the Indian ecosystem, credibility is very crucial, because for us, trust factor comes from people who we believe are credible. And how does credibility come? Credibility is just not about, what people get online, or what you put on Facebook, or what you do as a speaker on stage. No, it's not that. Main credibility is about what you are telling is backed up with the right things. For example, I could give you this, where I meet with a person and say, hey, my Startups Club HQ is in Koramangala, come over, and we have a team of 50 people there who'd be more than happy to know about you and help you build your business. And the person lands up at my office, and I see that there are around 5 or 10 people who are not even willing to spend 2 minutes with them. You don't get greeted happily. You are left waiting with no direction. Immediately, the credibility of what Salma said to them in the meeting, saying, come over, you will be welcomed. Come over, you have a team of so many people, is at question. Things when you say, I will definitely pick your calls, but please do call me up, and then you don't pick up and you don't respond. That's the way you build these small gestures go to bring about a lot of credibility. Fourth point. With all these top 3, without a commitment, it's not happening. I keep referring this, building relationships is no different in any way. Let it be your personal relationship with your spouse, with your family, or with your associates, or with your team. Relationships need commitments. Commitment of time, commitment of answerability, commitment of saying, hey, I stand ground to what I told you. Even it could be as a point of one simple message or a connect. I would say, you know what, I would connect you with so and so. It's okay. It's okay if you've missed a day. It's okay if things didn't happen. Everyone are tight and running behind schedules. But make sure you do it. It's okay about a day or 2, but by the time you're able to meet them and knowing their urgency, if you're able to give that commitment of making those small completion of things which you have committed to them, that will go a long way. You take one step. I assure you, with my 30 years of experience in business, you take one step of commitment, you will receive 10 steps of commitment from their side. Try it. You will know the difference. And the last and the most important, I cannot tell you how important this is. Accessibility. After a beautiful meeting, after really being excited about knowing that person, you shake hands, you say, yes, let's take this forward, let's make it happen. We are absolutely excited about this relationship. We want to make it stronger and everything. And something the person wants to quickly check with you, he or she gives you a call or a message, and you don't even respond. And you say, my phone was off, or I left my phone there, or I didn't have a battery. 1 time, 2 times, and then it dies out. For a strong relationship, you cannot expect the other person to understand your inability to be accessible. That is not at all accepted. So please make sure that you're accessible in whatever form. This does not mean that anytime anybody calls you, leave everything and pick up the call. Like right now, if my phone rings, I cannot just cut this video and say, hey, I'm committed, I'm accessible to my person, and I have to pick up that call. No, I understand. I would not be able to pick that call up. But it's important the moment I'm done and I have that 2 minutes, I pick up the call, I call them back, I say, hey, I was busy, I'm sorry, tell me what it is. And if you have less time, make it clear. You say, I have 5 minutes, make it clear. What is it and how can I go about it? That kind of accessibility will give them the trust to take relationships forward with you. And why should you listen to these 5 points? Why should you not? I know, you know what, let me come back. Let me take one step back. I'm sure there are so many videos out there, YouTube videos, where people are putting a lot of gyan. I'm one of them. Absolutely, I'm one of them. But there's a slight change here. Because you, along with me, will be using these steps soon after you shut this video down. Because if you don't, I'd request you to stop watching YouTube videos because you're wasting your data. You're wasting your money, you're wasting your time. When you look up at videos such as these, not only with Startups Club, with any platforms, try to take bits and pieces of it and make it, implement it in your day-to-day business running and your way of life and your profiles, and see the magic happen. So if the magic needs to happen, it's all up to you. But then this is just not one-off video here. Keep visiting here. I think it's a weekly one. But if you catch me next, the very same day, very same time, and maybe somebody else with me, you'll get a lot more to learn. So all the very best and make great relationships happen.
We would want to know from you how you are maintaining your relationships at your startups. At the comment section below.
Please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such videos.
Don't forget to hit the bell icon.